Well, hello. I'm here. If not mentally, I'm here physically. Just let me take my painkillers. I'm not having a good week. Not. And my fringe looks like I don't know what, but I don't care anymore. Let's see who's going to join me today. Oh, I've got bits of hair sticking everywhere. Hiya, Nathan. Got bits of hair sticking up. I'm not having a good week, Nathan. I'm just not. Let me take my painkillers. Oh, my coffee's too hot to take my painkillers, so I'll have to wait a minute or two. Oh, hey, oh, I hope you're all right. Hi, Martin. I've been worried about you. Where have you been, lad? Where have you been? I did send you messages asking how you were, yeah. Hi, Esther. Oh, God, I'm not doing great at all. Just don't ask, Esther. Don't ask. It's just been, a nightmare. A nightmare week. And I don't want it to carry on. I've had enough bad luck this week to last me a week. Hi, Val. So where have you been, Martin? Have you been all right? I did send you messages saying, where are you? Are you okay? Worried about you. Where have you been? Hi, Linda. Oh, you were taking a break. It's okay, just as long as I know you're all right. I just got a bit worried when I didn't see you. Oh, it's still a bit too hot. I'm trying to take my painkillers, but my coffee's too hot. I'll have to hang on a minute. Oh, I've got me beads all over jangle. Ooh. Oh, they might as well match my mood, mightn't they? Oh, well, I hope everybody else is better than me, and I hope you've all had a better week than me, because I don't want another week like this week. Oh, yep. Yeah, my prescription didn't arrive, so I've got no painkillers. I'm on my other emergency old painkillers. My patches, my morphine patches didn't come, my painkillers didn't come, my injections didn't come. Oh, I don't know what wool it is, so don't ask me. It's a bit rainbowy, isn't it? I made it a while back, yeah. And then today I walked into the end of the bed, and I've got one of those beds with a wooden frame that sticks out past the mattress. So I bang, walked right into it, made a big lump on my shin. My legs got as bright red, and oh, it was painful. I nearly cried, yeah. Oh, your eldest niece is expecting her first baby. Oh, that's lovely. We've got no babies in our family. Well, not that I know of, anyway. If we have any, they're keeping them quiet, yeah. Yeah. My niece's daughter was really pleased with all the crochet stuff. I sent her crochet hooks and books and some wool down. Anyway, she was thrilled with it all, yeah. Anything to encourage the young to carry on crocheting, yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, my goodness me. Look at this, I've got puffy cheeks. I've not been crying, honestly. I don't know why I've not been crying, but I think I've been too shook up to cry. Oh, for goodness sake, now. Oh, what now? What now? What now? Somebody's commentated on T. I'm not in Timu topics. I'm not interested in flipping Timu. I'll have to sort myself out to leave that group. Somebody else is. Oh, there's a person at the front door. I'm a bit annoyed with my neighbour, actually. I was expecting a parcel, and I looked out and it wasn't there. I looked in my parcel thing and it wasn't there. And then I noticed there was a parcel soaking wet through on next door's doorstep. She'd opened the door and looked out and shut the door. So obviously she saw the parcel and saw it wasn't hers. So my parcel was sopping wet through on her doorstep. I thought, well, you could have come across, couldn't you, and put it on my doorstep or rung the bell or something. But no, not very nice. I do that with her. I take her parcels in. So I'm a bit cross. Right, let me see if I can leave this blinking group. I'm not in this group. No, I'm unfollowing it. Turn off notifications for this post. I don't want. Yeah, it's sopping wet through. Luckily, well, it was plastic shower rings, but it was my box of chockies. Luckily, they're not too wet, I don't think. But yeah, I put my shower curtain up. If you've not heard, my shower door exploded on Thursday night with a almighty bang. Frightened the heck out of me. Anyway, I decided I'd buy a shower curtain as a temporary measure, but of course it's a bit too short. So what I've done is I've got another set of longer, rings to put over the top. So I'm going to double ring it, so that'll bring it down a couple of inches so that it'll go inside the shower and not sort of hang outside the shower. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, hi, Ethan. Yeah. Oh, well, I hope we don't talk to him again, Linda. They always call you crocheting, knitting. I don't know why they can't get the hang of it. One hook is crochet, two needles is knitting. It's not that hard to understand. But I suppose if it was a man, they wouldn't know the difference, would they? Or an uninformed woman. Yeah. Oh, maybe I can get my pills down now. Oh, I've got a duck egg in the middle of my shin. Plumbing sore. I didn't just walk into the bed, I walked into the bed. I nearly cried. I was like, it was so plumbing painful, and it still is. I had to take painkillers and have a sleep, yeah. Hi, Sina. Happy Saturday. It's not really, but happy Saturday. So if I'm not in the best of spirits today, you can understand why. Not having a good week. I don't want another week like this. Somebody said, oh, you've had your 3 things. So hopefully that is it now. Shower door, no prescription, walking into the bed. 3 things. So hopefully. Hi, Chris. Hopefully it's done. Oh, has anybody else had a disastrous week, or have you all been all right? Oh my God. Yeah. I've just watched that video and Stitches and Jacks. Oh my God, she must have spent a small fortune. Some people have all the money in the world, don't they? Ah. You missed. Well, the shower door exploded. You knew that, didn't you, Chris? Boom. What a loud. No, we're not going there. My prescription didn't turn up, and I walked into the wooden bed frame and walloped the middle of my shin. Yeah. So. Oh, well, just tell her you're uninformed, woman. Get yourself together. It's 1 hook is crochet. 2 needles is knitting. Get that through your thick head. Yeah. I'm in a mood today. I'm in a mood. So you're not going to get how sweetness and light and pleasantness tonight, because I'm not in a mood. Oh, I've got me knitting queen, even though I don't knit, but somebody sent it to me. Obviously, she got me mistaken because I normally crochet. I do knit, and I am knitting tonight, so I think I can safely have my knitting queen. Yeah, I've had 3 things, Chris. I don't want any more things. So I don't know what's happened to my prescription. I've sent it in again and said what happened to it. It didn't arrive. So whether somebody else got my prescription, I don't know. normally when I put it in, I get it on the day after or the same day. But with all what happened, it just slipped my mind until last night. And I thought, oh, the prescription hasn't come. So I thought, I'll ring them up in the morning. Chemist doesn't open on a Saturday or a Sunday, so, and neither does my doctor, so I can't even ring up to find out. Just ignore me. I'm throwing my needle about now. I'm knitting. If you want to know what I'm knitting a little baby cardigan from Wool Mouse. I've got to knit to 5 1/4 inches now. Yeah. So I think I've done about 4. Done about 4 so far. It's a bit dark. I only wanted the pattern actually, but they didn't sell the pattern. You had to buy the pack. I probably could have found a similar pattern if I'd have hunted about on, YouTube or eBay or whatever. You had to put your earplugs in. Well, how did you hear the numbers being shouted? Yeah, the shower curtains arrived, but it's a little bit short. So that's what's just arrived now. It's another set of rings that are longer. So I'm going to double ring it, and then the shower curtain will come down. I did manage to have a shower this morning, and it didn't get too wet, the bathroom floor. I put the bath mat along the edge of the shower, just in case anything, I didn't want to flood in the bathroom. Anyway, I think it'll work. It's only a cheap shower curtain, just a temporary measure until I can find out whether I can get another door or whether or not they're going to want to sell me a whole new shower. Because if they're going to sell me a whole new shower, then I'll have to manage with the shower curtain because I ain't got that kind of money. As you know, I'm saving up for my consumer board thing for the electric, which I think is a little bit more important than having a new shower door. So we'll see how we go on here. Oh, another thing, I went outside in the back garden where my 2 mop buckets are. I've only got 1 mop bucket. And it was full of water, so it can't have blown away. So I don't know where my other mop bucket's gone. I mean, my backyard is secure as far as I know. It's locked up. So I can't see anybody leaping over my tall gate just to pinch a bucket, can you? I don't know where the bucket's gone. I looked to see if my niece had filled it with glass or something and put it into the bin, but she hadn't, so I don't know quite where my other mop bucket. Luckily, I still got a mop bucket outside, so it's not as if I'm without a mop bucket, but that'd drive me mad, Linda. I need a camera. My son said that, but I can't set them up, so I need to get somebody. My house insurance, I think there's too much of a, what do you call it? You have to pay so much of it. What do you call it? So I think it would probably cancel out that insurance. You have to pay so much, don't you, on any insurance? So I don't think I'm going to find out how much it costs first before I excess fee. I think that will probably be more than the shower door because I don't have a wonderful house insurance policy. Because by the time I'd moved in, I didn't have a lot of cash to spare, so I just got the basic insurance. So it probably doesn't cover things like shower doors. You probably have to specify, don't you? So I wouldn't imagine I'm covered. But hey ho, if the worst comes to the worst, I'll just manage with the shower curtain. Yeah. Yeah, better. I want, claiming something more major than a shower door. As I say, I don't even know if they can put just a door on or whether they'd have to, put the whole shower in. And we're not paying for a whole shower. Just no way. I'll just manage with a shower curtain if that's to be. You know, so long as it doesn't leak all over the floor, I'm all right. Hi, Denise. That's all I was worried about with the shower curtain was whether the water, and we have angled the shower like straight down instead of coming out a bit. So I have to go right underneath it now because it's coming straight down. It's one of those rainfall showers. Yeah. So it's not actually hitting the, the shower curtain as such. So I'll have to be careful how I splatter water. Oh, dearie me. These things are just sent to try. This house has been a pain in the neck. Oh, somebody up there doesn't like me. Never mind, I might win the lottery. Mary, I just got an email saying, have you got your lottery on tonight? And I'm thinking, yes. But it got me thinking. Oh, something would. It's rounded. That's the trouble, Chris. It's not a straight piece. It's a rounded door. Oh, and I haven't even got the door anymore now because that all just broke off. The whole door thing went. Oh, it's great, isn't it? Oh, I do love this house. I really do. Never mind. Hopefully I've got a ticket and hopefully I'll win the lottery. I'm sure I put it on. Because I put it on, for, once a month at a time. Oh, gosh. I'm glad I wasn't in the shower or on the toilet or anything like that. I was in the lounge. It was the noise that shook me up, not what happened. That wasn't the fact what happened. It was the noise. It just sounded like an explosion. I honestly thought the house was falling down. I had visions of walking in the kitchen and finding the roof had fallen in or something. Oh, never again, never again. Let's talk about something pleasanter. I hope you've all had better luck than me this week, and please pray that I win the lottery tonight, if I've got my ticket on. I'm sure I've paid my ticket, I'm sure I have. It's just when they're sending me that message, have you got your ticket? And I'm like, huh? And it was too late for me to check because I was due to come on here. And anyway, it was too late because it comes on at 9 o'clock, the lottery, so it would have been too late to buy one anyway. Hi, Connie. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Got to make another 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right, what have I got to do? Wool forward, knit 2 together, knit 3. Right. The buttonholes, by the way. It's all done in one piece. I don't think there's any borders or anything. I've just got a shower curtain at the moment for a temporary measure, Connie. So at least I could have a shower this morning. I felt like Scruffy Annie yesterday because I couldn't have my shower. My hair was all over the place. I thought, I've got to make the video. I can't do anything else. And I couldn't have a shower because my shower curtain hadn't arrived. So at least I had a shower this morning. I may look a bit dishevelled, but I did have one. I'm just not feeling my normal pretty self. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know. I'm just thankful I wasn't. I mean, about 10 minutes before that, I had been into the bathroom to use the loo. So can you imagine I'd have got the whole lot in my face, wouldn't I? I mean, if I'd have been in the shower, I probably would have had less because it went outwards, if you know what I mean, into the bathroom. It didn't go inwards to the shower. Although there was glass in the shower. I've had to mop it all and hoover it all and mop it. Oh, gosh, let's not talk about it. Let's talk about something better. I'm not feeling it today, Connie. I'm feeling dishevelled. Scruffy and dishevelled I'm feeling today. My heart wasn't in it for getting dressed up, if you know what I mean. I just put trousers on and my cardigan. Yeah. And I don't know what wool this was because I made it ages ago. It was some kind of chunky that I got off eBay, I think. But I managed to more or less match the stripes up. I didn't do bad, did I? Usually I don't bother. It's usually as it comes. But yeah, the sleeves are not matched. So I don't mind about that. I just wanted the fronts to kind of match. So what we all doing then? What we all doing? I'm doing a baby cardigan. Not for any baby in particular. I just wanted the pattern because I've got a lot of odd balls left of the rainbow kind of wool. You know that what the rainbow type style yarn I've been using recently. You know, to make myself jumpers and cardigans. I've got like ones left over. So I thought, oh, that's a good way of using them up. Possibly they might sell. One never knows. One's lucky a raffle does one. So, but this one, I mean, I would have to take a loss on this because it cost me £4.50 just for the kit. So, I mean, you're not going to get any profit really on this when you sell it because people don't want to buy. By the time you've put the postage on and everything, you know, people just don't want to buy them. I mean, my others only cost like $1.99 for the ball, but this one was like $4.50, isn't it? They made some profit on that because that wool didn't cost, you know. But some of the patterns at the show were £8. I didn't buy any. It's a pattern by Wool Mouse. You had to buy the kit to get the pattern. But I'm sure there's other patterns very similar somewhere else. It's just that I saw it while I was at the show and liked it. In fact, I saw it last year at the show, yeah. How many heads does this baby have, Martin? You're making a hexagonal cardigan. I think I'm hexagonal cardigan out at the moment, yeah. I think I've made so many of them. And I still haven't seen that lady, that a friend of mine that was supposed to be coming down having a look at Vinted. Don't want to pay, from what I can gather. It's all cheap and more cheap. And when you put something on for £2, somebody offers you £1. So what I can gather. So you get buyer's protection on eBay because they make them pay. They have to pay extra over than what I'm asking. They have to pay it because that's their protection. I always send things, what do they call it? Tracked. Because I've had so many people try to pull the wool over my eyes by saying they hadn't got things. And I'm saying, oh, yes, you did. It's been signed for. Oh. And then suddenly they remember that their son took the parcel in and didn't tell them. Yeah. Oh, they try it on. Wanting something for nothing, saying it hasn't arrived. Yeah. I blame Amazon. Well, no, I don't blame Amazon for that, but Amazon's all right because they track everything. But, you know, other companies, you know, they're so used to saying things haven't arrived and getting their money back, or they think they can pull a fast one all the time. Yeah, one woman ordered two cardigans or something or other off me. Tried to say they hadn't arrived. I went, I think they have. I said, there's a photograph of them arriving at your door. That's when she suddenly remembered her son had took it in. I don't do locker connections. I don't know how they work, Nathan. I'm a bit dumb with things like that. We've got a locker just up the road at my corner shop that's not a corner. But I'll have to get somebody to show me how to use it because I don't know how you use it. It's all this new stuff, isn't it? It's all, you know. I just go to the post office, but the post office is so far away. So I'm not going to the post office in the rain just to post a parcel. That's probably why I've not done anything on eBay yet. I've not took any photos. I've not done. I mean, the weather's been so dire. I actually frightened me, my niece's husband. he came into the lounge because he said, go and sit in the lounge while we clear all this glass away. Don't be coming in. Don't be getting glass in your slippers. I thought it's a bit too late because I've got glass in the slippers. So he come in to see if I was okay. And he come in and he's talking away. I went, ah! I said, what? He went, ah! It was a mannequin was standing in the window. Frightened the living daylights out of him. He said, oh, I thought a woman was standing there. Now, I put it in the window just to scare the neighbours, yeah. They want to look in the window, they can look at her instead of me. Yeah. I'm still annoyed with my neighbour leaving my parcel on her doorstep wet through. I knew she'd gone out because I'd seen her open the door because I've got my, my camera. It points at her door instead of my own. So when she goes out the door, it points at her, not me, yeah. So I knew she'd gone to the door, and open the door and look out, but then she does that all the time. But it was only when I thought, right, they must have put my parcel in my locker. I went into my locker, looked, nothing in the locker. Then I looked across at her doorstep and there's a wet through parcel. So I walked across and looked at the address and it was mine. Now, if she hadn't have looked outside, I would have thought maybe she hasn't seen it. But when I saw her look outside, she must have seen it was my parcel. I mean, all right, it's raining, but she could have come and put it in my locker, couldn't she? Wouldn't have hurt her. That's the last time I take her bin in, I'll tell you. Every week I wheel her bin in, so it's not outside. I won't be doing that in a rush. I'll leave her bin on the doorstep. Oh. Never mind, eh? I haven't got my scooter yet. It's supposed to be coming in 4 to 6 weeks, and it's about 4 weeks, I think, since he said he was ordering it for me. But I'm not mithering him because he's a good bloke, and I'm sure as soon as it comes, he'll let me know. Oh, her husband's at work, so I usually, when I'm dragging my own bin up the drive, I usually drag hers up as well. The thing is, where they leave the bin, when her husband comes home with his car, he'd have to get out the car to move the bin, if you know what I mean, to put his car in the drive. So I'm being a good neighbour by moving the bin so that he doesn't have to get out of his car to move the bin before he can put his car in the drive. Neighbourly, isn't it? I mean, I would hope that somebody would do that for me if I had a car. Because the bin men leave the bin right in the middle of the drive. So, as I say, I was just being a good neighbour, but I don't think I'm going to be a good neighbour next week. I think I'll just leave her bin where it is. Let him have to get out of his car and move it, yeah. But she don't come out. She don't move it. No, we have a weekly collection, but it's only every other week for the main bin. And then on the other weeks, one week it's the glass and tins, and then the other week it's the paper. Because the paper only gets collected once a month, and the bottles and tins, and that only gets collected once a month too. So, hey Enid. So every week there's a bin. Every Wednesday there's a bin. So I'm trying not to cast off too tight, otherwise it'll pull the front up, won't it? I have a habit of casting off very tightly. I should have got a bigger needle, shouldn't I, just to cast off. I cast on very tight and I cast off. I was watching Passionate Kelsey, how she casts on. She casts on really weird. She's like twist it and twist it and twist it when she's casting on. It's flogging it down here, Martin, absolutely bouncing it down. I can hear it on the conservatory roof. It's made out of like PVC or something, my conservatory roof. Oh no, mine'll stay out all week, Val, if I don't move it myself. I don't move my bin. I'm a good neighbour, you see. I'm very neighbourly. I lived in an area where everybody looked out for everybody else, but apparently it's not the same on this street. So I'm drying bath towels everywhere because I've got a wicker basket, a laundry basket in the garage, in the bathroom. And because it was wicker, all the glass went through the slats of the wicker, and I kept all my bath towels in there. So I've had to wash all the bath towels because I didn't know whether there's any little shards of glass. I'm still finding glass. Found a piece in the kitchen. Oh, I'd like a different neighbour, Connie. So one that doesn't have a, what do you call it? What's he got? A Porsche. That's very loud that he sets off on a Sunday morning. Thankfully, he only uses it on weekends, and thankfully, he seems to have changed his job. He used to go out at 4 o'clock in the morning, which was very nice because he used to rev his car up and it used to be boom, boom. But he doesn't go out now till 8 o'clock in the morning, so that's what. You want some more double knit? It was a good job. If you'd have lived near me, Martin, you could have gone in my garage. Oh, I'm still working my way through that, but unfortunately I keep buying wool as well, which is very naughty of me. I shouldn't keep buying wool, should I? But I keep seeing things that I like. Val said to me the other day, "Are you doing a wool warehouse order?" I went, "No, I'm not. I'm trying not to." I see things and I'm thinking, "Oh, I really like that." No, you don't, Janet. You don't like that at all. You don't want it. You've got things in the garage to use up there. I've done buttonholes now. Why does it, when you cast off, I always get a big sort of loopy bit when I cast off? My last stitch is always a mess. I always have to darn it in. My cast off's never tight. I've pulled it tighter. Let's see if it's any better now. Oh, it's a bit better now, isn't it? But I've still got to darn it in. Right, now I've got to see what I've got to do next. What does it say I've got to do next? Pick up stitches from the stitch holder, which I didn't put them on the stitch holder, and continue knitting in garter stitch until the work measures 7.5 inches from the cast on. Right, I can do that bit. Do you like my stitch holders? The bumblebees. Oh, which way are they? That way. Bumblebees. I mean, why I had to put stitch holders in, I don't know, because it's easy, because you've got to measure from where you cast it on, haven't you? Simples. I don't know why I put stitch markers in. Maybe that's for the dumb. Which, hey ho, I'm probably dumb this week. My brain's not working this week. It's gone on a go slow. I think I should have knitted the second size because that only takes a ball as well. But I'll see how much I've got left with this, although I've thrown the label away, so I don't know how many yards were on it. I could look it up. I can't look it up. I've forgotten what it was. Forgotten what the wool was called. I can look back at my video counter because I showed it then. So, because it's not just a question of 100 grams, is it? It's a question of how many yards are on the 100 grams. You can get 100 grams of a different brand and it'll have a different amount of yards on it. So always wise to check before you buy an alternative yarn is to check what yardage is on the one that you're supposed to be buying and what yardage is on the one that you are buying, because it could be different, and then you could be a ball short and then maybe not be able to get one. In my case, if it's something I've had in the garage for about aeon, yeah, then I definitely can't get any more, yeah. You're still doing the Sophie's car. Oh dear. I still think they look like a bandage, Val, I'm sorry, but especially the one that, in creams and beiges, it looks like you've done something to your neck, don't it? And you're wearing one of those collars they give you at the hospital. Do they still give you them? Them horrible net things. I had whiplash years ago. I come home in one of them. You can't see what you're doing, can you? Yeah, James C. Brett does have a good yardage. And that one I've just used did as well, that multicoloured one, was it? It was from Wool Warehouse. It's called Yarn Smiths. Play double knit. That has a good yardage, yeah. And I think Stylecraft is not bad either. Some of them are just slightly thicker. And if they're slightly thicker, they've got less yards on. Yeah, I think Linda's done a Sophie scarf. I got one as a gift from Ian, not my Ian, another Ian. And he couldn't remember which pattern he'd used. And it's really nice. It's done like that, but it's crochet. And it's got like an edging on it. And he said he used a pattern, but he can't remember what it was. Maybe I could, if I remember, oh, you're not there on Wednesday, are you, Val? You got on your ollies. But I've just got to say, if I remember, I'll show it to you. And it's a really useful one. It's just that bit wider than a Sophie. And it's a really good length as well. Because I had it on one day when I went down to Cleveland's when I lived in Fleetwood, and it got really windy on the way home, and I managed to wear it, round as my head. And it took right round and went round, like the way they used to wear the headscarves when they used to take them over, wrap them round and tie them at the back. And it did that, so it kept my ears warm till I got home, because I'd not got my hat with me. It's hanging up in the on the coat rack. I'll show it you one day. Oh, you found some crepe, Sirdar. Is the wash and wear still crepe now? Yeah, it would be all right. They're just a bit narrow for me, Linda. They're just not wide enough. They're just like round your neck, aren't they? Ugh. The back of my neck is the bit that's cold. If that bit there is cold, I'm cold. So I need something wider, to keep the back of my neck warm. It's not just the actual neck, it's the back, yeah. I haven't done any knitting or crocheting today, so my arm's been a bit better. I've been still covering myself with... Oh, you'll be at the club on Wednesday, right? If I remember, I'll bring that scarf to show you, because it's crocheted and it's really useful. But I can't find the pattern. I'm sure it must be on. Ian couldn't remember. He thought he'd got it off Ravelry, but he couldn't remember. You mean for a baby? If it's a very pale grey, not school grey. Pale grey will do for a little girl or boy, yeah. Or cream. But don't get dark grey. It's a bit miserable, that, isn't it, on a baby? Although, I once got asked to make a black matinee jacket, would you believe? She was a goth. And she wanted a black matinee jacket for her baby. So I put red buttons on it. I don't know whether she wanted red buttons, but she got red buttons on it. Yeah, I think light grey's probably. What does anybody else think? You think light grey's all right? Look at my hair. What's up with this hair? Martin's been an uncle, so he wants to know if pale grey will do for a baby that they don't know what it is yet. Yeah. Is she going to find out, or is it going to be a mystery? When I was having our Ian, it was a mystery because they didn't, well, they couldn't tell you whether it's a boy or a girl. We didn't have things like scans back in my day. And they only did x-rays if they thought something was wrong or they thought you might be having twins. Oh, a great uncle. Oh, don't say that. That makes you sound dead old. Yeah. I'm a step great grandma, but I don't broadcast it. Well, you weren't allowed to. They did that once upon a time in Oldham a long time ago because a lot of them were ethnic and they didn't want little girls. So if they did a scan, they wouldn't tell them what it was. Yeah. But then they had to tell them because they don't want little girls, some ethnicities. They only want the boys. So they think they were frightened that they might do something, something illegal if they were having a girl. I don't think they're as bad these days, but I'm going back 30 years. Well, it was like that. Do you remember China years ago? You could only have one child, couldn't you? Because they were overpopulated. And everybody wanted boys. So if there were girls, they used to leave them on doorsteps and everywhere. And they used to abandon them because they didn't want the girls. Which is a bit daft because if they were all boys, who would the boys marry? Yeah, exactly. I mean, who would all these boys? I know I don't think that's quite right, changing the law to marry your cousin. I'd be more bothered about the genetics about that. Whether you'd get any, chromosome defects if you were marrying somebody that's your cousin. I mean, it's bad enough, isn't it, when you get these defects in babies because people don't know they're carriers. But if you're from the same family, you're more likely to have defects, aren't you, really? Not that I ever wanted to marry any of my cousins. I had enough of them to choose from. I could have chosen quite a lot. Yeah, I believe it's actually legal over here, I think, to marry your own cousin. I remember a girl I was at school with. She wanted to marry a stepbrother, but it was a how can I put it? Her stepbrother wasn't any blood relation to her. Her mum married a guy who had this boy with another woman, if you're with me. So technically, it wasn't really a stepbrother. And I think she did go on to marry him, but they didn't want her to. But there was no blood relation. But she had a terrible time trying to marry him. Yeah. They actually sent him away and sent him in the army, hoping that she'd get over it, if you're with me, because they were under the same roof at one time. And they sent him away to the army. But she still married him, I think, in the end, yeah. Because, I mean, he wasn't a stepbrother. There was no mixed blood, if you're with me. But her parents didn't see it that way. Yeah, that's what I mean. But none of us know, do we, whether we carry anything that could be detrimental. None of us know, do we? If you've got a faulty gene. I mean, if you've got a faulty gene and your partner doesn't, there's less chance of anything going wrong. But if your partner carries the same faulty gene, you don't. But if you're related, it's more chance, isn't there, of it? That's what I think, anyway. But as I say, I've never wanted to marry any of my cousins, so that's never arose. I got on with my cousins, but I didn't fancy them, if you're with me. Yeah, I know, but you still got that chance, haven't you? You don't. It's still the luck of the draw, isn't it? You can have nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with your partner, and still get a child that's got something wrong with it. I mean, it's like Down syndrome, isn't it? That comes out of nowhere. That doesn't have to be anybody with a recessive gene. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, actually, to have blood tests to find out if you've got any problems that might arise if you want to have children. But, in my time of life, you never thought about it. You just went ahead and had a child, didn't you? Never entered my head that I might have a child with something wrong with it. You just took your luck. Oh, it's pouring down. I can hear it banging on the roof. Ooh. Shall I have one of my wet chocolates, see if they're damp? Have to be on the flipping doorstep. The bag was absolutely sodden. I wouldn't mind, but she'd opened the door and looked out. She must have seen it wasn't her parcel. Ooh. Dee. Is it raining there? Anybody else got rain? It's throwing it down here. It has rained, I think, every day at some stage during the day. It's rained, I think they said every day since whenever, beginning of January sometime. We've never had so much rain. It's proven. Oh, I know, I'm fed up. Everybody's fed up with the weather. You can't plan things. When people say, are you coming out on Monday? I'm like, well, it depends if it's raining because I get wet through going to the tram here. Oh, that's so sad, Denise. Yeah. One of my friend's babies lived about a minute. They found out later it was that thalidomide. Every day since Boxing Day, yeah. You've had a lovely week on the. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you've got to thank your lucky stars that you have a baby that's fine. We never know, do we, Denise? We never know. You never know the next. You can do everything right, and still things happen. I've given my knitting a break all day today. And it's helped with the. I was still rubbing my shoulder with that udder cream. Peppermint udder cream, yeah. Yeah, my friend's baby that lived a minute. She said she was she looked perfect. But it turned out that her lungs had never formed. Yeah, it wasn't thalidomide like limbs or anything, but apparently it was internal with her. The baby's organs had never formed, so it couldn't take a breath. Well, it tried to take a breath and didn't, because it had no lungs. Oh, I tell you, that thalidomide has a lot to answer for. I mean, fortunately, I didn't have any morning sickness, so I didn't take anything. I haven't got a garden, I've just got flags, but that's depressing. Everything in my plant pots is died. It's just like a load of twigs and things. They want clearing out, but you just don't feel like going out to clear out the plant pots in this weather. If you have a nice hot sunny day, you can go out and empty all the plant pots out and at least they'll stack them up and make them look pretty. But at the moment, it's just dead plants in plant pots everywhere. But it's rained every single day, so I've not wanted to go out. It's a mystery to me what's happened to my bucket. How can you lose a red bucket full of water? Yeah, I mean, fortunately, I've lost babies, but not born babies. So it's not the same, is it? You don't actually see them, do you? They're not living, breathing babies. So I have been able to put them out of my mind. I know it sounds awful, but, you know, they weren't a baby to me. Yeah, my friend's baby was cot death. I'd babysat her 2 days before, oh, I babysat the baby, and she was very snuffly, and I'd brought her downstairs, and Rita was laughing at me. She said, "Oh, I knew you'd bring her down." I said, "Well, I could hear her snuffling and crying, and I brought her down because she didn't. And 2 days later, she was a cot death. Yeah, it's not a very nice conversation, is it? Yeah. Yeah. So if you were here, I don't smell of perfume. I smell of peppermint oil, udder cream. Not a nice smell around here. Manny, nobody sniffed me at the knit club. I had it on at the knit club. Nobody went round going, "What's that peppermint smell?" I can smell it because I'm close to it, aren't I? But, oh, I've got a big patch of dark green because it's a shorter number of stitches, isn't it? I hope I don't finish up with one light sleeve and one dark sleeve, but still, that's the way the wool is, yeah. You crochet something spicy. Woo. You won't want to go into that then, Enid. You're not crocheting an hair on a G-string, are you? It's red. Well, I was going to get my green crochet out. Oh, it's a certain hat. Not a red devil hat, is it? I got asked if I'd make some devil hats one time. But I didn't because this woman showed me a photograph of it and it was very reasonably priced, this hat. And she said, I want you to make me 2 hats, she said, because I'm not paying that for these hats. And I thought, well, I'm not making them for you either then. You know, she was like looking at the price of these hats as if it was like the most expensive hat in the world, you know, and they were quite reasonably priced. So I thought, no, I'm not making them. I said, I think you need to go and buy those hats. I said, because they'd probably be the same by the time I'd finished buying the wool, charging you for doing them and sending you the postage. I said, I think you'd be better off just going and buying those hats. So she wasn't very happy with me. I think she thought I'd make them for a lot less, which I wouldn't. Have you seen that the latest hats? They're like made out of granny stitch, aren't they? They've got 2 points sticking up. They're like cat hats with a difference. I won't be wearing one of those. My friend said she'd make one just to see whether it'll sell on her stall because she's doing a fair in March. I mean, I got asked if I'd do a stall, but I said no. I haven't got any little bits and pieces. I've only got big things, and people don't come with big things, mummy. So I said to her, no, I can't do it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, these hats, I mean, they were a little pricey, but they weren't that pricey, if you know what I mean. These 2 little, like, devil hats she wanted me to make. And I said, no, because she was in America. So by the time I'd have posted them to her, you know, they would have cost her the same amount to be with me. Something's going ba-boom. It didn't go ba-boom on my phone. Well, people always think everything's cheap. Do, 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 do. Dashing through. Why am I singing Dashing Through the Snow? On a one-horse open sleigh. I haven't seen a picture yet. Picture, picture, picture. I'm still waiting to see the picture. My baby hats are they're all like people hats. I still can't find the picture of this. I'll have to look later. I can't find the picture. No, mine were. I've got a pile of ladies' hats, and I've got a pile of you know those like crossover things with a brooch. They're like not a cowl. They're like a little short scarf. Got a pile of those. I'll look later. Yeah, my friend was supposed to be coming round, but she never did. So no, I didn't have any baby hats. I got a shawl out. of the garage the other week. And I thought, oh, I like that. I'll keep that for myself. It was full of Gigi's hair. How long has Gigi been gone? Oh, yeah, I know. A lady said that to me one time. She said, oh, you charge for doing them? She said, I thought it was your hobby. All right, Val, yeah. Yeah, she said, I didn't know you charged for making things. She said, thought it was your hobby when she asked me to make her something. Yeah, I'll just do things for free for everybody. Yeah, just because I'm passing my time away, yeah. And I'm so wealthy, I can afford to buy the wool as well, yeah. Oh, yeah, when I was knitting socks, people said to me, you know, I said, I was using that opal wool. I think at the time it was about £10 a ball or something, opal. And I said, yeah, I said, it's got to be £10 for the wool. I said, you don't think I'm going to knit them you for nothing? And she went, oh. Yeah, she thought she was going to get a free pair of socks. I mean, I've knitted them for my family, my nieces and that, when they wanted socks. But that's different, isn't it, But you don't knit for not even close friends. We're talking people you just vaguely know. Yeah, well, I mean, socks take a long time because they're fine and they're on thin needles. And I mean, even though I knit, well, not, I don't knit as fast as I used to. I used to be a fairly fast knitter, but I'm not anymore now, shoulder issues and things. But even so, it takes a while to knit a pair of socks, yeah. Plus the fact you've got to know, like, what size their feet are and if they've got huge feet. In it, one ball of wool does a pair of socks, but if they've got massive feet, the men with big plates of meat, then you might need more than one ball. So, I mean, the cheapest sock wool's about £10 a ball, isn't it, for about 100 gram or something? Oh, probably. I mean, I've knitted a pair in 2 or 3 days when I've just sat and done nothing else, but who sits and knits all day and doesn't do anything else? I mean, I'm retired. So technically, if I wanted to, I could get up in the morning, sit and knit all day long till I went to bed. But I don't want to do that. My shoulder wouldn't like it if I did that. And mentally, I don't want to do that. I want to live my life. I want to do other things. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have all that thing because I don't have a family. I've just got myself to please, haven't I? But even so, I wouldn't want. I have done it in the past. If I've been making something for a Christmas present or something and I've needed to finish it, I have sat more or less all day and knitted all day. But it's not something you want to do as a general rule. Your hands would start to hurt, your shoulders would start to hurt. And I think you'd give yourself all kinds of problems, wouldn't you? I mean, I can't knit as much as like Sheila knits all day long. I'm surprised she doesn't have more trouble with her hands and her arms. And when I used to crochet for a living, I used to have a lot more trouble with my hands, my arms, and things because people wanted things for a certain deadline, and I'd be rushing to finish them. But not anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. It's not worth it. You don't get paid. It's not like having a job and getting a wage. It's not like that. Oh, yeah, thumbs up, please. I've only got 20 and there's 36 people in the room. Please, can I have some thumbs up? It raises my algorithm, whatever that is. In other words, YouTube knows I exist. It doesn't, because I told you before, I earned £4.90 the other week. Well, the other month was for a month, £4.90. They only pay me when I get £60, so it'll be a long while before I get paid, yeah. I don't like doing things in single crochet. It takes me forever to do that, yeah. I've got some chocolate, but they might be a bit damp because they were on next door's doorstep, weren't they? Because she didn't take them in or bring them across to me. I'm going to have one now, you just reminded me. It's, chocolates. Very expensive, £7.50. I only buy them now and again. And I only eat them now and again. Couldn't sit and eat a box of these at £7.50, could you? You know what I mean? And it's probably cheaper than Hotel Chocolat, isn't it? Yeah, £7.50 for that little box that it's got. I don't know how many balls is in there. Don't know whether it tells you. Yeah, it's 200 grams. Well, they used to say how many balls was in there. Maybe they stopped doing that because somebody counted them and they were one short, you know. No, I don't think it says how many more. You choose the moment, we'll provide the bliss. I don't think it'd take more than a piece of chocolate to give me bliss. At the moment, I'm in need of a chocolate. The chocolate ball it is. But when you bite into it, it's white in the middle. The ones that are all chocolate, that are dark chocolate in the middle, they're £5.50. But these are, if I can bite into it and show you. These are white in the middle. So it costs £2 extra to get white in the bit. Probably not, Enid. I probably think, where am I going to put it? It probably has raised my blood pressure, and the trouble is I forgot to take my tablets yesterday and today. At least I didn't need a prescription for them. I've got them. It's pretty solid, that chocolate in the middle. Pretty hard. Now, the ones with the milk chocolate in the middle, it's more like a truffle. They're soft, but this one is hard chocolate in the middle. But as I said, the ones that are all same colour, they're soft, truffly in the middle. That's probably why they're cheaper. Couldn't eat much of these though. They're very, very sweet. Very, very sickly. Once you've had one, you've had enough for a bit, yeah. You couldn't sit and, well, I couldn't anyway. And I shouldn't. That's just put my diabetes into a sugar shock. Seeing as I haven't got my injections. I'm not as keen on this wool. It's got, can you see little fluffy bits? Can you see that there? Little fluffy bit. Every now and again. When I knit, I realise why I crochet. 2 nights of knitting and that's all I've done. I mean, you know, I would have crocheted it in. an evening or something. Maybe once I've done this, before I stitch it up, I should spread it out and measure it all, yeah? And then I could crochet it, couldn't I? Thinks, she says. You know, before I stitch it together and it's all laid out like that. I could measure it all, couldn't I? Make like a little template or whatever you want to call it, a measurement chart. And then I could do it. I mean, it's done like a stripe all the way across, but I mean, when I get to the other side, I might not have that stripe. Oh, yeah, it would grow. That's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to measure it all, put all the measurements on a bit of paper. But I think maybe this is going to be a little bit tiny for something that's dark coloured. So I think I would do it just that little bit bigger. If I was doing it. So tomorrow I've got to take down the shower curtain and put the double lot of hooks. And then maybe the shower curtain. Yeah, it's out to 3 months. It says that the 100 grams will do 0 to 3 and 3 0 to 6 this is supposed to be, and then the next one is 6 to 12, which says it still should take 100 grams, but I didn't want to chance it, so I thought, well, I'll do the small one first, and then if I've got a lot left over, I know that you can do the second size with 100 grams. Yeah, if I find out how many yards is on this ball, because I've thrown the label away. You know, you think, oh, I don't need that label, throw it away. And I haven't written it in my little book. I've started doing a little book with everything I'm doing. Just when I start it and when I finish it, I've got to write them all in. And I forgot to put when I finished that red one. Was it yesterday or was it the day before? I think it was the day before, because yesterday it was one of those days, wasn't it? Because I hadn't finished it on Wednesday. I just didn't take it to knit club because I was at the back part where I had to do all the bottom bit. So I didn't want to take the whole cardigan with me. So I hadn't finished it Wednesday. I must have finished it Thursday. I'm only just keeping a record of what I've done. I'm not writing patterns down, and just how many balls of wool I've taken for something, which one I've done, and how long it's taken me to do it. That's all I'm writing in my little book. So but this knitting's slowing me down. This will take me a few days to finish this because my shoulders are hurting when I knit. It doesn't hurt so much when I crochet, but it kills me when I knit. I even looked it up because it's been over a week now I've got it. Of course, one of the causes of having the bad shoulder is repetitive strain. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, I thought, oops, yes, we are doing the same thing over and over again. But I can't sit. I could read, I suppose. I've got 4 books, haven't I, to read? I'm to Linda. Not Linda, Val. So I could read for a few days and then maybe give my shoulder a rest. I can't sit. But you see, I can't read and watch the telly, can I? Well, not the telly. Who wants to watch the telly these days? I do tomorrow, though, because it's not called the midwife tomorrow, is it? Because it's the Olympics or something. So I don't have to sit and watch the telly tomorrow. I don't listen to audiobooks, but I do listen to the stories on YouTube when I'm crocheting. And then because I'm not looking at it, my telly goes off after so long. So I can be in the middle of listening to a story and then boom, it goes off. And then when I put the telly back on again, I can't find the story that I was listening to in the first place because I can't remember what it was called. Because I'm stupid that way. I should do it on my Fire Stick. Is it not my Fire Stick? My Kindle Fire. I should do it on there. Because that only goes off when the battery runs out. You know, you have to recharge it. But it lasts ages before it runs out. It would be if I was watching it on here. But when I watch it on the telly, it's not in my history. Because I haven't got that facility on the telly. I have got it on here. If I watch it on this, I can go into it. But the telly, in fact, the telly doesn't have my subscriptions, which it does on my computer here. You know, that's the way I can find, you know, who's made videos. It never shows them to me on the telly. I have to start thinking, who haven't I seen? And I have to start looking for them. Whereas on my computer, if I sit in the kitchen, which you don't want to do all night long, do you? I want to sit in a comfy chair and watch the telly. My subscribers, or you know, my subscriptions come up on here. It tells me what I've not watched and who's got a new video out. But unfortunately, the telly doesn't. So I miss a lot of people. It's only when I sort of think, oh, I haven't seen so-and-so for such a long time. And they unsubscribe you sometimes, YouTube. I don't know why they do. I had a lady said to me the other day, I wondered why you hadn't made any videos for months. And I went, well, I have. She said, well, I found out, yeah, you did. She said, YouTube had unsubscribed me from you. Nice. Yeah, I'm logged into my YouTube account, but I haven't got a subscription thing on my telly for some unknown reason. It doesn't. No, nothing surprises me. I'm not technologically minded, Enid, so I'm probably doing something wrong. I'm probably doing something wrong, which is why I don't earn any money on YouTube, but that's bye. Everybody keeps saying, oh, you should be earning more money. But it's probably not set up right because I don't know what I'm doing. It's more good luck than good management that I'm on here at all. You've got to know things. These people who make a fortune, they know the algorithms, they know what buzzwords to use, they know what this, that, and the other to do. I don't. So that's why I don't earn anything. I'm not bothered. It's not the be all and the end all. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, I lost a subscriber. I'm happy if I gain one. I'm happy if I gain a subscriber. I think it's wonderful. Oh, got a new subscriber. People come on, don't they, and say, oh, I've gained 200 subscribers this month. And I'm like, oh, what you doing? I've gained one. And if I gain two, I'll lose one. You have to laugh. You have to not take this seriously. If I took YouTube seriously, I'd be very bothered about it, but I don't. It's not the be-all and the end-all, is it? Some people are like really up themselves, aren't they? You know what I mean? It's the end of the world if they don't get this and that and the other, and I'm like, that don't bother me. It would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? But it would be, but I'm not bothered. And now I've lost my tape measure. No, it's down here. I'm not losing sleep about these things. Oh, that was wishful thinking. I've got to do 7.5 inches and I've only done 5. Wishful thinking. She thought she'd done. Never mind, eh? Yeah, I've got to do 7.5 inches, so I've got a bit more to knit, haven't I? Tra-la-la-la-la. So what you all doing? I know what Enid's doing. She's knitting her red hat. So what does anybody else? Martin's knitting a grey hat. So what's anybody else doing? Oh, and Val's knitting her Sophie scarf. Yeah. Hi, Linda. Another Linda. We've got one Linda. We've got 2 Lindas. Oh, excuse me. Got 2 Lindas now. So what are you doing, Nathan? Nothing. I think Nathan's lost his crojo. Chris has probably gone cooking. So I'm sat here knitting and I think I'm on my own. Oh dear, hello. Budding, budding. Budding, budding, budding. You went to grab a spoonful of peanut butter with honey. 2 of my pet hates. Oh, right, yeah. It doesn't have mine. You're lucky. I don't like honey and I can't stand peanuts. You know me and peanuts. I got some nuts the other day because I like the little peanuts, the ones that they give the birds, yeah. So I bought a packet of mixed, there were nuts and raisins, and I had to take out all the almonds. I've got a bag of almonds I'm going to give to, I think one of the ladies at Knit Club likes almonds. You're making Ovaltine for Eric, right? You can see Chris's wrench. Yeah, Chris has got a blue wrench, yeah. Yeah, we've got 2 Lindas now. Linda's got a new, is it a laptop? No. What have you got, Linda? Is it a laptop or is it a tablet? I'm not sure what she's got. She's got something new anyway. Or new to her. I don't know whether it's new or new to her. I'm not looking, whatever it's doing. It's beepity, beepity, beeping. What things, oh, I don't like peanut butter. And I don't like nuts apart from, like you said, the little peanuts that you give to the birds. They're not salted, they're not processed, they're not anything. I can eat, they're the only nuts that I can eat. I can't eat walnuts, almonds, anything else. Pistachio. Oof. I accidentally picked up some magnums, and when I got them home, there were pistachios, and I bit into them. I could have been sick. Ew, I had to throw it away. And my son says, "You're weird, you're weird. I like them." I said, "Well, you eat them then." Everything. I was trying to order some ice cream today. I was ordering on me. I'm doing an Asda order. I was having a load of trouble with it, but that's another story. That was another thing that nearly went wrong because I couldn't pay for it. It wouldn't kept rejecting my card, so that was something else that went wrong. But everything was like salted caramel, and I'm like, I don't want salted caramel. I want just plain vanilla ice cream. Oh, I don't like dark chocolate. I'm a weirdo, Martin. I don't like dark chocolate. It tastes bitter to me. Yeah, that nearly went wrong. I couldn't pay for my Asda. I had to get hold of customer service because it wouldn't have my card, and it had had my card every other time in the world. Yeah, and yeah, it wouldn't let me pay for it. Anyway, eventually it must have let me pay for it because my order turned up. It kept telling me something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. It's okay. I don't like most nuts. No, I just like the peanuts you give to the birds. They're the only ones I like. And the best of all are the ones that come in the shells. You crack them open. They're like in a little pod thing, aren't they? Oh, Cadbury's is horrible now. I used to really like dairy milk, and now I don't. It tastes vile now. I'm sure the sales must have gone down, Val, because nobody likes it now anymore. Because it's an American company now, and they're using corn oil instead of whatever they were using before. Do they think we're too dumb we won't notice? And if you try to complain to them, they say nothing's changed. It's like Horlicks. Horlicks tastes nothing like it used to do. Yeah? And if you complain to them, they say they have not changed their recipe. Yes, you have. Everybody says the same thing. It doesn't taste like Horlicks anymore. I've had to go on to the chocolate Horlicks now because I don't like the ordinary one. But it's the way they keep saying, "Oh no, nothing's changed," or "Oh no, it's you. We haven't changed our recipe." Yes, you have. It's like club biscuits, isn't it? They used to have about an inch of chocolate on them. Now it's like they coat it on with a paintbrush. I only eat cherries, not maraschino. I only eat cherries in a cherry cake. Yeah, you just add. Yeah, it doesn't taste of malt anymore, does it? I think they've took the malt out of it. You could really taste malt in Horlicks, couldn't you? But now, I mean, I thought, oh, it's because you bought the instant one with water, so I bought the other one that you do with milk. Still as bad. Still doesn't taste like Horlicks. And yet, Val got me some Horlicks tablets in a tin. They did taste of Horlicks. What they suggested when I complained it didn't taste of Horlicks, you're not putting enough spoonfuls in. I thought I've tried putting 4 or 5 spoonfuls in, and it still doesn't taste like Horlicks. Yeah, chocolate. It's what they call, is it carob or something? Yeah, join the club. It used to be really thick, didn't it, though, the chocolate on them club biscuits. But now, even chocolate digestive biscuits don't taste the same anymore. People try to tell you it's because you're getting older, your taste buds have changed. And I thought, mine hasn't changed that much. Oh, yeah, wagon wheels. You couldn't finish one, could you, with that massive? You know, you could feed 4 kids with a wagon wheel, couldn't you? Cut it in 4 and you still got plenty. You should get a job in advertising. Oh, dear. I think we might be too truthful if we were in advertising. Yeah. Don't buy these biscuits if you like chocolate. Oh, yeah, that's what they're saying, that. I've bought them when I had big hands. I bought them as an adult, and they were still bigger than they are now, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Anything that's made with water is not nice, is it? Even the ones with milk, they don't taste the same. My friend gave me a tin of Ovaltine that she'd bought because she said it didn't taste like Ovaltine. And I thought, oh, she's being picky. So she said, do you like Ovaltine? So I said, yes. So she gave me a big tin. Doesn't taste like Ovaltine. She's right. We are the Ovaltinis, happy girls and boys. That just shows how old I am. But you don't remember that, you youngsters. Because we all drink Ovaltine, we're happy girls and boys. Now you can't say that anymore. We're happy girls and boys and this and that and that and YY XYZ. Oh dear. You'd have to say that, wouldn't you? You can't say happy girls and boys anymore. You have to say all the alphabet. You've got the Ovaltines record, have you? I haven't got the record, no. I can remember singing along to it. When he used to go to the cinema when he was a kid, not that I went very often because my mum didn't have the money, but every now and again I'd go to the Saturday movies because they'd be cheaper. I think it was about 6pence to go in the movies. And we used to all sing the Ovaltine song. All the little boys and girls in the would be singing, we are the Ovaltinis. I watch Talking Pictures on a Sunday at 5 o'clock. I love it. They do all these old things, you know, does anybody remember this and that and the other? Because I suppose people who watch it are all my generation. And, you know, they're going back into it and they drag all these old adverts up, you know, that you someone's mum just doesn't know what someone's mum really ought to know. That purse will wash his white out. I've never had a Tim Tam. I don't know what they are. I know you can't say anything. And you don't mean it in an offensive way. You know, if you were saying something offensive and you meant it to be offensive, that is offensive. But when you say something that you just say and you don't mean it in that way. Apparently, there was a girl at the library the other day that went off on one because the librarian came in and said, how are you guys? Are you all right? She went bonkers, apparently. I'm not a guy. I'm this, that. Huh? You know, it was just a saying. You know, she just, you know, what was, why did she take offence at that? She wasn't saying they look like men or anything. She was just saying, how are you guys? You know, she went bonkers. Don't you call me a guy, blah, blah, blah. I'm a woman. Flipping heck. Why go off on one? Life's too short. Oh, Oreos. No, I don't like Oreos. They taste like powder to me, Oreos. You know, like gritty powder. I just, I don't know what there is about them. I just don't like the taste of them. Oh, Tim Tams, is that what they are? Oh, I wouldn't want to drink, I don't drink tea anyway. So I wouldn't want to drink my tea through anything. Do they work with coffee? Kinder Bueno. Those Kinder eggs are a rip-off, aren't they, that kids want? There's hardly any chocolate and there's a tatty little plastic toy in the middle. My friend's little boy used to always want me to buy him, Mum, when we went to the shops. And I used to think, I'd rather buy you a box of, a bar of chocolate than that. Oh, Tim Tam's a bit like a penguin. All right. Well, you can't drink your coffee through a penguin, can you? No, those Kinder eggs. I mean, they're brittle, aren't they? They're just like a little shell. And the kids want them for the toy, and the toy's a load of rubbish, isn't it? It's a wonder they don't ban them for like small pieces. There's always signs on toys, isn't there, now saying, beware of small pieces, a choking hazard and stuff. What tickles me is when they write on things these days, say, do not drink this. And you're like, it never said that when I was a kid, and I knew not to go and drink it, or, don't eat this. And I'm like, Kinder eggs are banned in the US, are they? Well, they've got the little tiny little toy things, aren't they? I mean, a kid would choke on it, wouldn't it? Yeah, choking hazard. I said we knew better than to put things in our mouths. I mean, I used to have dolls that were only about that big and they had a little dummy, and you could imagine the size of the dummy, pacifier. Tiny. We knew not to swallow them. Same with beads and that. You knew not to swallow them and stick them up your nose, stick them in your ear. I mean, kids today, why on earth would they want to put a piece of Lego up their nose? Perhaps they've changed since I was a kid. We knew not to do that. I don't think they had Lego when I was a kid. It was all Meccano. And I mean, when you think about it, we could have swallowed all the little screws, couldn't we, from Meccano, because they were only about that big, weren't they? But we knew better. You certainly didn't go and swallow one. Oh, Vegemite. Ugh. I can remember my son wanting me to get some Vegemite for him. It was when that song came out. I come from the land down under. And he said, because it said he wanted a Vegemite sandwich and he wanted this Vegemite. So I went everywhere trying to get this Vegemite, got it him. He took one taste of it and said, oh, I don't like it. I thought, oh, thanks, because I paid a fortune for it to be imported. Oh, have you seen that advert now? For Mother's Day, buy your mum a Lego flower. No, certainly don't buy me Lego flowers for my Mother's Day. I don't want them. I don't want that. Why would we want roses and flowers made out of Lego? No. Oh, no, I wouldn't want you to give me them for my Mother's Day present. I'd rather have. You like Lego flowers? I'd throw them at somebody if they give me a Lego flower for Mother's Day. I said, don't bother. It's like them plastic daffodils you used to get with Omo, was it, or something, a purse or something. Oh, no thanks. I'd have to change my husband, Enid. I haven't got a husband, I don't want one, but if he'd have given me pig Lego flowers for me for Valentine's Day, I'd have chucked them at him. I want romance, I want proper flowers and chocolates for my Valentine's Day. Instead of which I went to a knitting fair, didn't I, for my Valentine's? And my date was Val and Linda, or Ruth. And another lady that I met that I didn't get a name. I met her on the way out. She didn't tell me her name, and I never asked her, what kind of person am I? She stopped me on the way out. She said, it is Jan, isn't it? And I went, yeah. Oh, she said, I watch you. And she's talking away to me. And I never thought to ask her what she was called. So if you're on here, I'm very sorry. Tell me who you are. What can I say? It's like that lady I met last year. I've no idea what she was called. I promised her I'd ring her. I lost her phone number. Oh dear. I'm pretty useless. No, I don't. Oh, my necklaces, yeah. Yeah. They're like big gobstoppers. They remind me of them. Do you remember them gobstoppers you used to buy? You used to have a vending machine thing. You put your money in the top and you got a gobstopper. And when you sucked it, it took in all different colours, didn't it? And it tasted of aniseed. Yeah. Yeah, I had a bit of a spell buying. I think I've got 2 more to come, Shad. I've got 2 more to come. I've got a black one and a red one to come yet that haven't arrived yet. Do, 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 do. We've been talking about chocolate, Shad, how it's not the same as it used to be. Surely you have to sew that shoulder up a bit. You wouldn't want a neckline that wide, would you? You must have to sew the shoulder up a bit. Fold in half along, so fold in half along the neck opening. Sew side and sleeve. No, you'd have to, that neck hole would be too wide, surely, to goodness. Oh. I like Swiss chocolate the best. Swiss. And I don't mean the one that's made in England. I mean the one that is made in Switzerland. Not the one that's made under license in England, because then they use that yucky stuff, yeah. In America, you're used to corn oil in your chocolate, and we're not over here. So we're objecting violently to Cadbury's and that putting corn oil in the chocolate. Oh, Hershey's. That is. Somebody sent me a Hershey's chocolate heart thing, was it? It looked like a a blob. It was disgusting. I'm like, how can people like Hershey bars? Oh, Japanese. That reminds me of Shan. Shan used to get these Japanese treat boxes about once a month. And she used to do a live, long before I did a live. I started doing the lives when Sean finished doing them because her health deteriorated. And so I said to her, do you mind if I take over the live slot? And she said, no, not at all, because I can't see me coming back. So I did ask her before I took her slot, if you know what I mean. But she used to do these lives with these Japanese treats. And it was so funny because A, she didn't know what they were because they were all written in Japanese. So she'd be biting into them going, you know, or the Barbie boobs, yeah. Yeah, she had these, they were like Barbie's boobs, yeah. Oh, gosh, she was so funny. And some she had to put in the microwave, didn't she? And she didn't know whether they were going to be soury or whether they were going to be sweet. Oh, for goodness sake, who's that? Beebity, beebity. I'm going to turn this notifications off. Oh. Somebody telling me somebody called Buddy is back, and I don't even know who Buddy is. Why do you get things from whatever from people you don't even know? What have I got on here? Sassy Urban Crochet. Who is that? I don't know. Plant update. Buddy is back. I don't even know who she is. Why would I want to? Do you get updates of people you've never heard of? I do. And I think I'm sure they're not on my friends list. Yeah, no, our chocolate has changed. I mean, there used to be nothing finer than Cadbury's. When you could send things to America, I used to send Cadbury's chocolate to Zizi, Zelda and NRJ3, because she said it tasted so much better than the ones you could get in the US. But now they've changed it, haven't they, to blooming corn oil, so now it tastes disgusting. So now we've got your American chocolate now, which we don't want. Right, where have I got to? Well, I've got to 6 inches, and I've got to do 7.5. Coffee crisp from Canada. Mind you, I believe you've got so much trouble like Canada to America or America to... No, I don't like Reese's because it's got peanut butter in it. We can still get coffee... No, not coffee crisp. We still get... What is it? Toffee crisp or something? Toffee crisp, I think we have, not coffee crisp. Gosh, this dark green's going on forever. The whole back's going to be dark green. I've got to do another 1.5 inches yet. My heating has cost me £6, nearly £7 so far today. Ooh. Lemon leaf soda now. We have lilt, whatever that is, lilt drink. What's that made out of? Is that lemon or lemon and lime? Anybody? I don't drink it because I don't know, but I think we've got a drink called lilt, Lilt, lilt. I think it's either lemon or lemon and lime or something, if I remember rightly. But I only drink orange ones or Coca-Cola. Oh, I've got to go and get my Pepsi Cola out of the fridge. She says moving a chair because she can't be bothered getting up. Is it not lilt anymore? What's it called now then, Nathan? Oh, pineapple and grapefruit Fanta. It used to be called lilt though, didn't it? I have the same things. I have the shad. Oh God, don't talk to me about that shad. It was terrible. Yeah, I got Pepsi Diet. That's not me doing anything, by the way. That's me pouring a drink, just in case you think I've got a bucket. Trevor, I spoke to Trevor about 2 weeks ago, and he said he was going to come on that week, but he didn't. He said he was going to ring me, and he didn't do that either. But he said he's okay. He just hasn't been on. Because I sent him a couple of messages like over Christmas and New Year saying Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. I didn't get the messages back. So I'm thinking, oh, is he okay? You worry about people. Lilt, pineapple and grapefruit, yeah. Nathan's saying it's called Fanta now. I don't drink it anyway, so I don't know. No, I drink that Pepsi Cola. Only because I couldn't find the Coke. I could only find Pepsi when I went to Morrison's the other week. They didn't have any whatevers. They only had single cans. I didn't want single cans. I love grapefruit and I can't have it anymore because I'm on that simvastatins or something. Aldi, I don't know. I've not been to Aldi for ages. I went off Aldi when the fruit kept going bad on me. And the vegetables didn't last, so I went right off them. I was sick of throwing things out I'd bought from Aldi. Aldi are only all right if you shop all the time. I only shop once a week. No, I haven't been in Aldi for months now. Months. And the Lidl's too far away. It's just that bit further along to go to Lidl. No, I don't know why. I buy a lot of fruit and veg, but I like to buy it for the whole week. I don't want to buy things and go off. Yeah, if you buy soft fruit from Aldi, if you don't eat it that day, you've had it. I got fed up of throwing apples and... I mean, the fruit I got from Morrison's, I've had it 2 weeks, and the apples are still absolutely just as they were when I bought them. If they were from Aldi, they'd be gone bad by now. I think Aldi buy cheap and they buy it when it's like on its last legs, if you know what I mean. If you're eating it that day, you're fine. But if you want to keep it for 2 weeks, you've got no chance. Yeah. I used to go to M&S for fruit, but it's so expensive there. People say Morrison's is expensive, but I don't find it so. I mean, I got an online order from Asda this week because Morrison's Morrison's will accept my card if I go in the store, but for some reason or other, when I go online, it won't have my card. I've been in touch with customer service, I've been everything like that, and they can't sort it out. So I cannot buy online from Morrison's. But I got Asda today, and it cost me twice as much as Morrison's, yeah. Got a fruit and veg box. Yeah, I don't, my Lidl's just that little bit farther out. And with only having a scooter, I can only fit one bag, onto my scooter, because I tell you the back box is broken on this scooter. I bet you're fed up of hearing that noise, aren't you? Fed up of it. Somebody else on YouTube that I don't know. I must be subscribed to him, surely, because I wouldn't keep getting these notifications, would I? Yeah, I've never got one of them boxes from Lidl, because I've never been to Lidl, have I? How would I get one back? I'd have to tip it into a bag or something. And that's all I'd have to get, because I wouldn't be able to get a bag of ordinary groceries at the same time. That's the only trouble with my scooter. It'll only fit one bag, because the back box is broken. So I used to put something in the back box and something. And it hasn't got the kind of handlebars that you can hang things on. So I do once a month or once every 5 weeks, whatever it is that my niece comes, and I buy everything that I need, except for fruit and bread, of course. But veggies, I've got to buy some veggies in between times, because, your veg don't last that long. I cannot do without my fresh veg. I know they say, oh, get frozen. It doesn't taste the same. Frozen's just as good for you. It might be as good for me, but it doesn't taste the same. I sometimes get online from Iceland, but they don't do everything I want, but they do some things that I want. But Aldi, I've stopped going in, I think I've told you. If I could go in every day, or if I wanted to go in every day, I'd be all right with Aldi. But I only want to shop once a week. Home bargains I've not been in for food. I go in for bits and pieces. And they're shutting down the Poundland here. Not that I go in there anyway, but I tend to go in B&M and Home Bargains for different things, not food. I don't ever think about going in. Yeah, I like my salads in the summer. I don't like them at this time of year, really. I'm a hot food person at this time of the year. Summer, I love a salad in the summer, yeah. I'm a rabbit in the summer. But this time of year, it's broccoli, asparagus, cabbage, cauliflower, sprouts. Yeah, once the summer comes, once it stops raining and we see a bit of sun, I shall be on the salads, yeah. He's got a small trailer, yeah. The thing is with mine is I can't start putting hooks and things on the back of my scooter because I don't own it. So they wouldn't want me to start putting a tow bar on the back, yeah. Mind you, I'd probably kill somebody with this if I was going along with a trailer, especially if I had to reverse. Yeah, you have to have a special, like a hook thing put on the back, don't you? I'm going really cold. The heating's on, but it just hasn't kicked in. I've only got it on 15, that's probably why. It probably is 15. Mine last night, I fell asleep in the chair and I woke up thinking, my God, I'm so hot. I'd forgotten to turn the heating off. It was blasting away there. And today it's been on all day, so it's cost me over £6 so far today. Can't do that. Well, we didn't have one last year much, did we? My summer dresses are packed away. I've got one of those up and over beds. So I packed all my summer dresses away. I mean, I got them out last year, but I very rare wore them. I had leggings on and everything else underneath my summer dresses, and a big underskirt trying to stay warm last year. I was determined I was going to wear dresses. I thought, it's summer, I am wearing a dress. But I had a cardigan on, I had my leggings on, cotton underskirt underneath to keep me warm. Honestly. I mean, now I've got my velvet trousers on, but I've got my quilt over the top of my legs because I'm cold, yeah. I can't abide being cold. I think it's the arthritis it kicks up on me. But you can't stay in bed, can you? You know, I mean, my friend does, but you can't stay in bed all day. Hottest year last year, they must be joking. It might have been down south. It certainly wasn't up here where I am. I have honestly never been as cold since I moved away from Manchester. Move to the sea, they said. You'll love it by the sea. No, I don't. It's cold by the sea. It's freezing, the wind off the sea. All the heat waves weren't any heat waves round here, Nathan. I don't know whether you had any heat waves over where you were. I think there was about 2 or 3 days last year where I didn't have to have a cardigan on. I should move so anywhere. I want to move back inland again. I don't like being by the sea. It's too cold. I like being by the sea if it's the Mediterranean. Beautiful blue sea and warm sea that you can actually go and paddle in. You know, I wouldn't want to put my feet in this. Sludge. I've never seen sea this dirty looking in my life before. I'm used to seeing the bottom of, seeing down, seeing sand through the sea. It's just like grey waves here. I don't know whose idea it was to move to the seaside, but it certainly wasn't mine. Everybody's complaining about the weather, though. It's not just me. Everybody's saying, where's the sun? Yeah, exactly. You do. That's what you do around here, I tell you. I wouldn't want to step in it. Certainly not. And then somebody said it had won clean sea or something. I'm like, what? When did it win clean sea? I know. You could get all kinds of diseases if you swim in this lot. No, thanks. I'm sure our sea never used to be this dirty. You know, I've been on holidays when I was a teenager and you could actually get into the sea, you know. Man, I must admit it was down south. But I don't remember the sea being this colour. When our dogs used to go in the sea, we used to have to hose them down when we came back in because they used to smell horrible. I mean, at one time, if you went in the sea, you used to smell of the sea, didn't you? You know, salty and brine. But now you come back and your dogs don't smell of anything nice at all. So dark, back of this. Keep hoping I'll come to some lighter colours, but there's so much wool left and all. I should have made the bigger size. I'll have to make a little hat to go with it, won't I? I should have definitely done the bigger size. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. Peg on your nose, you need to put a peg on your lips. Just in case you swallow it by accident. You get botulism in this sea. Tramp out. There's enough of them living round here. I don't know whether they live round near where you are, Martin, but they've got eyebrows like slugs crawling across their face, and then they've got tattoos and big lips. I don't know why they think it looks attractive. There's a woman works, I think it's Own Bargains or somewhere. She's about 50 if she's a day. She's got these trout pout lips, and what makes it worse is she wears this shiny pink lipstick. It looks awful. You know, that glitter lipstick. I don't know whether she thinks it looks attractive, but no, dear, it doesn't. And then we've got them with tattoos on all down their faces. So I can't be doing with that. I don't even like men with tattoos on their necks and faces. I don't think it's an attractive look at all. I'm sorry if any of you got tattoos on your faces, but I don't think it's attractive. You can put tattoos on your body if you want, but not on your face. I've never really wanted one. I can't stand the pain. I'd be the one who had a reaction. I'd be the one who gets an infection or something. That'd be me, with my look. Oh, gosh. They fish in the sea here. Oh, those fake lashes. They haven't, yeah, they're not even fake lashes. I can understand fake lashes, which are just fake lashes, but they're like big fur things, aren't they? You know, they look like you've got an animal pelt stuck to each eyeball. Yeah, fake lashes I can understand if they're nice, sort of ordinary little fake lashes. You know, some people, I haven't got any lashes. Mine are that blonde. They fade into existence, but I can understand somebody having nice fake lashes. Yeah, I can understand that. But not those great fur things. But I wouldn't want anybody near my lips with an injection. Ooh, the thought of it just gives me the shivers. Putting botulism or whatever it's called in your body, no. I'd be frightened of the after effects. It's not just now. You know, do they know what happens like 20, 30 years along the line when you're putting poison in your body? I mean, it's like all the side effects from this Monjaro that I take for my diabetes. There probably are a lot of side effects, and I would think twice about it if I was in my 20s or my 30s. But I mean, at my time of life, you know, does it really matter? Oh, they ruin themselves, don't they? They were pretty ladies and men. Some, I mean, look at what's he called? Mickey Rourke or something. What he done to himself. I mean, they were pretty girls, weren't they? And they, after having facelifts, and they finish up with their eyes up here somewhere and eyebrows that look like Dr. Spock. You look at them and you think they were better before, weren't they? You know, to me, if you're going to grow older, what's the point of, you know, you can look attractive older. Yeah, I know. See, you know, an attractive older woman is attractive. You know, but when she's got her eyebrows up here somewhere and it look like she's been in a wind tunnel, you know, I'm like, no, what have you done that for? Right. Pick up stitches. End with a wrong side row. Which is a wrong side row? Which is a wrong side row? I would imagine that's a wrong side row. It doesn't tell you which is the right side and which is the wrong side, so how would I know? Well, I would imagine that when you knit the other little front, you would then have to join them across, wouldn't you? So I would imagine that would be a wrong side row. So do I knit 2 more rows or do I not? I'm nearly at 7.5. If I do 2 more rows, will I be past 7.5? No, I'm going to call it a draw. I'm going to call that 7.5. I'm not knitting anymore. Right, it says cut the thread and put it on a spare needle. Well, I don't have a spare needle, so I'll have to manage. Right, cast on 38 stitches. Working garter stitch. Eh. Oh, right, yeah, I see. 38 stitches, working garter stitch till it measures 3.5 inches. Right, okay. Okay, she says, okay, I can do that, I can do that. I have to try and cast on loose now so I don't have it baggy. 1, 2. I cast on too tight usually. I usually cast on with a bigger needle, but I don't have a bigger needle here and I'm not going looking for one. Oh. I know what I forgot to put on my Asda order, crisps. I can get them at the corner shop. That's not a corner shop. Probably have to pay more for them, but still. I can do that. I can only cast on one way. I was watching Passionate Kelsey cast on, and she casts on like diddly 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 diddly. I can't do that. I don't know what kind of cast on that is. I've only ever cast it on with my thumb. She like kind of uses two needles, but oh, how to crochet? I don't crochet like everybody else. That's the trouble. I think you all have your own techniques. You know how to crochet. 28. No, I need 38. Oh, I bet I've got 10 more stitches. I don't think I could. I haven't got the equipment. I haven't got the overhead camera. And I haven't got a camera that videos more than half an hour. My camera and my phone cut off after half an hour. In any case, I don't have the gantry. You know, you have to have an overhead thing that points down on your fingers. That's why I've never done tutorials. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 37. One more stitch. Just about got enough for one more stitch. I didn't leave enough long thread. You're going out for food. Look at you. Or Thai food you're going. I like Thai. I don't like curries, but I like Thai curry. Right. 3.5 inches, finishing with the right side row. Place stitches. Knit across these stitches and those from the left front, joining them together. Cast off the first 22. I'll cast off the first 22. Oh, that'll be when you get to the sleeves. Yeah, it's all right. I'm talking to myself here. I don't always get a sense, even when I talk to myself. You'd be glad to know. They always say when you talk to yourself, you get the right kind of answers, but I don't always, yeah. Yeah, I think service charge should be whether or not you've enjoyed the service or not. They do put it on everything these days. Sometimes you've had a rubbish service, haven't you? And you feel like saying, I don't want to pay 15% service charge. You wouldn't mind if You know, you were giving a tip to the waiter or somebody that's served you well or something, and you know for a fact it goes to the restaurant and it's up to them whether they give it to the actual staff or not. You know, you're not always tipping the actual person, are you? It's when you argue with yourself, that's when you're in trouble, yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether they share the tips. You don't know. You're relying, aren't you, on the restaurant to share the tips. But when they're sticking a service charge on, you don't know whether people actually get it or whether the restaurant itself just keeps it. And the waiters and the cooks, do they just get a wage? And it's like Inland Revenue were trying to say that any tips that they get is, like income. And they wanted to add it on. Like, say you were a waitress or something and you got tips. Inland Revenue are assuming that you're getting tips and charging you likewise. I mean, if you're a rubbish waitress, you might not get any tips. I didn't like Inland Revenue saying that that was counted as part of your wages. Inland Revenue wants to get their hands on everything, don't they, these days? Manny, I got my tax thing the other day, and it just shows how low my pension is. I am allowed to earn 2,000 something or other alternative money without having to pay any tax. So that just shows how little I get in pension. It just shows how much a lot of people on YouTube must get if they have to pay tax. So if I was self-employed, if I was selling things, I'm allowed to sell 2,500 and something a year. This one, yeah, I can't tell you what wool it was. It's a long time since I made it. I think I got the wool off eBay, but I can't remember. So I'd have to make a lot of sweaters, wouldn't I, to earn 2,000 and something and sell them before I have to pay any tax. So at least I know if I sell anything on eBay, I don't have to pay any tax on anything. Because Inland Revenue's spying on people who sell on Vinted, aren't they, and eBay and stuff like that. It's like Big Brother is watching you, isn't it? These people who are bragging, oh, I make so many thousand selling on Vinted. I'm thinking, Inland Revenue is listening. Stop bragging. Big Brother is watching you. I'm all right because I've never sold anything since I sold a bit of wool. Not last year, was it? Oh, yeah, maybe. No, a year before when I was moving, yeah. But nothing. I probably only earned about 100 quid all in all, so I don't think the taxman was interested. If I sold everything that was in my garage, because in actual fact, it wouldn't, if I sold £2,000 worth of goods out of my garage, it wouldn't be £2,000 worth of profit, would it? Because it would be £2,000 less what I paid for the wool. So, so you can half that for a kick-off, can't you? When I went self-employed, when I first started doing it as a business, when I was making a lot of things and selling them, I did ring up the Inland Revenue and I told them what I was like making and what I was earning and that. And he went, oh, for goodness sake, he said, don't bother. He said, you're not even earning enough to cause a flicker. He said, what you sell in a year, you'd have to sell in a month to raise any problems. Because if you sell a sweater for £20, say, for example, well, you wouldn't, but you sell it for £40, say, it would have cost you £20 for the wool, wouldn't it? And then you've got your time and everything like that. And then if you work from home, you can count in your electricity, you can count in as part of your rent and stuff like that because you're working from home and all things like that. So, you know, I would never, ever earn £2,000 in a year. In me dreams, in me dreams. So I don't think I shall ever need to bother paying anything to Inland Revenue. And I don't earn enough off YouTube to cause a flicker. My £60 every 3 months wouldn't bother them. I think I told you the other week I earn £4.90. Yeah, they tax everything. They tax the air you breathe, don't they? They tax. I think it's wrong when they tax your pensions and things because when we paid into these pensions, we paid. And then they're trying to tax you again. I mean, my pension isn't that big, so I get taxed. But I mean, even people who've got big pensions and have to pay tax on it, they paid it already. And they were paying it in. I just don't get it. And yet you get the big companies, don't you, like Costa and that they're registered abroad, so they don't pay any tax anyway. I think they should, if they are in this country, earning money in this country, they should be paying tax. Just because the head office is abroad, that's not it. If all of these big companies paid their tax that they're supposed to pay, we wouldn't have all this situation. But they know all the ins and outs, don't they, how to get away with it. I bet all these big corporations don't pay because they're registered in Switzerland or somewhere. There's so many anomalies in this world, isn't there? The rich get rich and the poor get poorer. Yeah, they tax you on everything. No, I mean, they don't improve. The amount of money they spend on, let's just say, other people, without going to be political, that they don't spend on their own. They don't spend on their own pensioners. They don't spend on their own people that need it. But they'll willingly give it to other people. If they clamp down on that, then they'd have more money for the rest of us, wouldn't they? NHS, things like that. They wouldn't need as much money if the other people didn't need them. But you can't say that because you get accused of all things. Oh, this, that, and the other. They're fleeing away from whatever. They're not fleeing away from anything. But we won't go into that. We won't get political because it just makes me angry. I'm hungry. I didn't have a big tea. I've only had 2 meals today. That's why I'm hungry. Tra la 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 la. Yeah, so I've got to add the two together, have I? And join it again. Knit them across. Place markers at the end of each row. Oh, that cupboard. It's still got the Christmas stars on it, if you've noticed. I can't be bothered taking them off. Besides which, it covers up what's inside, doesn't it? So all my stuff that's inside the cupboard's not on view. I bought that off Amazon. I had to get somebody to put it together for me because it was beyond me. My friend's husband. My friend volunteered her husband. I don't think he wanted to be volunteered. It took him all day to put it together for me. I would have liked one of those old-fashioned ones like our grandmas used to have. You know, the one with the bread thing that went down. I've got a doll. I've got a doll. I had mine before her. Yeah, I've had a doll for, oh, how old's my doll? She's probably about 10 years old, my doll. I only ever use her for, I've got a reborn as well, but I don't have her in a pram or anything, Martin. She's in a box. I only bring her out when I need her for demonstration. I don't have her tucked up anyway. She doesn't have a pram or anything. She's in a box. Yeah. My other doll sat on top of my knitting machine, just in a baby grow. My doll's called Leslie. She's not in a cot, no. No, my baby doll is called Leslie, and the little reborn doesn't have a name. It's never had a name. I call the big dog Leslie because Leslie can be a boy or a girl, yeah. Because whatever she's dressed in, she's either a boy or a girl, yeah. She's intersex. But the reborn doll hasn't got, yeah, hasn't got a name. Yeah, I'd like one of the old-fashioned cupboards like your grandma used to have. But to buy one now, of course, they're all vintage and they cost about £300 or £400 now because they're vintage. I mean, everybody got rid of them, didn't they? We used to have one. My mum had one when I was a little girl. Well, she couldn't wait to get rid of it because it was old-fashioned. And now, you know, they're all the latest thing, aren't they? I'd love one. I bought that. That was the nearest I could find, that one. I would love one of the old-fashioned ones. I mean, that one wasn't as tall as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be as tall. I don't measure things, you know. I thought it was going to be as tall as my units, you know, but it wasn't. It was a lot smaller than I thought. It does, though. It hides me mixers in there and me soup maker and me things, you know, you make buns with, bun tins and cake tins. It's got in there. And my colander and my sieves. And the top's got glass things in, you know, with your lentils, the barley stuff. So I'm keeping those little stars on it because it hides what I've got in there. I've got hardly any cupboards in this house. I've only got one. That one cupboard is the only one I've got that's got tins in. And if you see to it just there, I've actually got another little unit thing that's got tins in because I've no room. There's no storage in this cupboard, in this kitchen at all. Very low on storage. I mean, this side here, I could put units here, but I've got my table here. But if I got rid of the table, I could have all cupboards across them. But I haven't got the money to put them up anyway. I've got a dolly's house. It needs decorating. If you got any nearer to me, you could do mine, Martin. Mine's a fixer-upper. It wants painting because it's pink and I hate pink. I've got the like aubergine coloured paint and white. But inside it wants all wallpapering and carpeting because it's all manky inside. But I've never got around to doing it ever. It's on my to-do list. I'm not much good at things like wallpapering and stuff. You'd have to get tiny little... They do doll's house wallpaper, they do it. Who was I watching? I was watching somebody on YouTube who bought this wallpaper for doll's house, yeah. I can't think who it was. Who was I watching? And she'd bought this doll's house wallpaper. Everything to do with a doll's house is really, really expensive. But I've got all the furniture. It's in a box. It's still packed away. Because I had another doll's house before this one, but it was a more modern and I didn't like it. So this one I bought is like 3 stories high. Oh, a Gothel. If you look on YouTube, there's absolutely loads of YouTube videos with dolls' houses. People have done them up like goths and done them like that. I just don't, I've got the ideas of what I want to do, but I just seem to lack the patience and the time, really. If I stopped knitting and crocheting, I should do this doll's house up, shouldn't I? I've got all the furniture and I've got the dolls that were wrong with... no, there's nothing wrong with goth. It's just not my style. I'd like more a Victorian one, but I haven't got Victorian furniture. I've just got modern furniture. And yeah, I've got cots, beds, all sorts of things. Dolls, baby dolls, high chairs. They're all packed away in a box. Yeah. I should do it. I should paint it. But I keep saying I will and I never do. I've even got some little squares of material that I bought to make curtains. Yeah, yeah. Everybody has to come round to mine and paint. If I lived in a place where it wasn't so awkward to get to, I live off the beaten track type of thing. If I lived in Blackpool, it'd be easy because you could get the train to Blackpool, but I don't live in Blackpool. And I don't live on a bus route and I don't live on a tram route, as I found out when I moved here. That's why I've got a scooter, because that's the only way I can get anywhere. Going shopping's an expedition. I have to go all the way down to Cleveland to get anything, even from Aldi. It takes me half an hour to get to Cleveland to get to Aldi. That's why it's so easy to order online, isn't it? And get it delivered to your door. I don't mind in the summer when it's nice weather. But I'm not trudging down to Cleveland in the rain. It's like going to the library on a Monday. I won't go if it's raining. Oh, God, yeah. That cottage, yeah, Frogmore Cottage. Whew. It'd be like Frogmore Mansion. A cottage to us here is like 2 up, 2 down. You know what I mean? That's a cottage to us. I always think of like Miss Marple, living in a little cottage. One room downstairs and a kitchen, and two rooms upstairs and a bathroom. That's what I think of as a cottage. That's what you would get over here in the UK if you wanted a cottage. It's raining hard again. I can hear it. Well, why not, Nathan? Causes a bit of a stir, doesn't it? I try not to watch things like that, Nathan. I'm not flipping interested. I don't watch the news, to be honest with you. I can't remember when I last watched any news. You can't avoid it, obviously, because it comes on YouTube or it comes on Facebook or something. But apart from that, I avoid the news. I'm sick of hearing of deaths and murders and crashes and God knows what. I try to avoid it all, Martin, to be quite truthful. If it doesn't affect me personally, I don't want to know. I know it's putting your head in the sand, isn't it? But still. Oh, oh, oh. My shoulder's starting to hurt now. I've done too much knitting. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. I'm hungry. Oh, it's nearly the witching hour. Then I can have something to eat. I won't be having the Horlicks because I don't like the taste of it. Can you all wish me a better week forthcoming? Can you hope that my prescription arrives? Oh, then I can be out of pain. I'll take some more of these paracetamol because that's what I've got since I've not got my tramadol. Hopefully by the next time I make a video I should be able to show you this this strange looking object finished. I shall do a map of it with all the measurements on it, and then I always think to myself, I want to knit, and then when I knit my shoulder starts to hurt, I think, why did I decide I wanted to knit? Why didn't I just stick with my crochet? I can't knit without putting one needle under my arm. I'm a bit like Ephraim. Ephraim must be in Puerto Rico, I think. He's put all these pictures on Facebook of him in these churches and that, because he's quite a religious man. So I think he must be visiting his home, which is Puerto Rico, where his origins are, let's say. Although he does live in America. Yeah, well, I'm going in a few minutes, Val, so I shall see you on Wednesday if you're not going on holiday then. And I'll bring you this strange looking object. I hope you get subscribers. Mine never grow, Martin, unfortunately. Nobody loves me. I never get any new, well, I might get one or two new ones a month, but The ones I've got are very loyal, I'll say that for them. They don't leave me, but I don't get any new ones. I keep saying I want to be an overnight sensation before I die, so I better hurry up, haven't I? The way I've been feeling this week, it might not be long. Oh dear. Anyway, good night, Val, and I will hopefully see you Wednesday. And I must try and remember to bring that scarf. Then you can have a look at it and decide. Because it's a really useful shape. Yeah, I don't get the views either, Mandy. Don't get them either. I don't care anymore. Doesn't worry me anymore. It doesn't come between me and my sleep, let's just say. Oh dear, I shall never be an overnight sensation. I've been on here about, what, 13 years, 15 years, something like that. So, but I shall never be an overnight sensation. It's not my life's, it's not a burning urge, let's just say. It won't worry me if it never happens, because it won't. I'm still waiting to be discovered. I've been waiting to be discovered all my life. I'm not sure for what I've got to be discovered for, but, you know. One of these days, you're gonna miss me, honey. One of these days I'll get my prescription and I won't be in pain. Whenever they do, what do they call it? That thumbnail. They always pick when I'm going, or something like that, yeah. Oh, I couldn't keep thinking of things to say. I don't crochet enough, knit enough, buy enough to do content, you know. I have to sort of make a video when I think I've got something to say. Unfortunately, on Friday, it was because my shower doors exploded. That wasn't the kind of video I wanted to make. But I thought I need to tell people, because otherwise you'll wonder what's going on in my life. But I didn't make that for clickbait. I think this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make a video with clickbait, whatever that is. But my life isn't that interesting. I don't go to places, you know, I don't buy a load of things. I don't do reviews of things apart from when I show you my Simply Crochet magazine. But even then, it's not really a review because I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just telling you what I like and what I don't like in it. I'm not saying, oh, I am sponsored by Simply Crochet. I get this magazine for free. So therefore, I'm telling you, you must buy it because it's lovely. And the only thing I ever got offered was something from tea, you know, and a moo. And I declined. Well, hi, Gloria. Yeah, it's a job, isn't it, Mandy, if you have to create things, make things. I mean, even doing tutorials, really. I know you're going to do them, Martin, but even doing that is not something I'm really all that interested in. You know, it's, as you know, I do a lot of things in my head. I don't have a pattern for them. So I couldn't really tell people what I was doing and what I'd done, because then you get somebody saying, well, how many stitches do I cast on for this size or that size? Or I don't know. I just know what I do for me. So I couldn't say, you know, oh, you do it if you're 32 bust, you cast on so many stitches, or chain on so many stitches. If you're 62 bust, you need to put so many stitches. I can't do the maths. You know, all I do is, if I crochet anything for myself, is I know what I've done for me. God, don't I look tired? God, Janet, you won't win any beauty prizes this week. got bags under the eyes. Can you any wonder? Any wonder? It's the stress of it all. I'm going to go to my bed in a minute or two. I'm going to eat something, then go to my bed, and that's the wrong way around. I shouldn't be doing that at all. Right, I'm going to. It's a strange looking thing, isn't it? Strange looking object. Suppose you bend it like that, don't you? And that'll be like a half of it. And now I'm on the other half of it. Whatever. Oh, whatever, I'm going. And I could have done a much bigger size because look how much ball I've got left. Nearly enough to make 2 cardigans, isn't there, and that? Oh. Right, people. I'm going to go. My shoulder's starting to hurt and I need to take my pills. It's nice to see you, Martin. I was getting worried about you. I did send you a couple of messages, but I don't know whether you got them or not. Saying, where are you? Yeah, garter stitch is not my favourite, I must admit. My shoulder's hurting like anything now. So good night, everybody. Thank you for keeping me company and cheering me up after my horrible week. And please, keep your fingers crossed that the prescription turns up on Monday, then I'm not in any pain anymore, and I get something sorted with my shower curtain and my shower door. And then the consumer board. I need to win the lottery. I won't, but I need to do it. I did win £2.50 the other day. Yeah, like that, gotta, don't get him. You're going to punch a hole in the other door. Yeah, good night, everybody. Swallow me other pill. I don't think you're supposed to swallow it with Coca-Cola, are you? But never mind. Pepsi-Cola, I beg your pardon. But Pepsi-Cola. Right, good night, everybody. Thank you for keeping me company. And whether you'll see me later in the week, I really don't know. You might do. Depends if I've got anything to tell you. Bye for now.